It's your favorite villain here, and I got my homie No Luck back here for another video if you want to say what's up.
I'm no luck.
Yeah, so we are doing a video sponsored by Don. Shout out to Don, but he had a topic that he's been arguing with his friends for ages, and I feel like this is a good barbershop topic, so we're gonna kind of do it barbershop style. But essentially, the argument is Jason Bourne from the Bourne trilogy or the saga at this point. I don't remember how many movies they put out, but Bourne versus John Wick, the more recent action star. So, who wins? So, we're going to go through the categories, discuss what matters, and go over the two scenarios that were given to me. The two scenarios is one, both peak, just going after each other, like they're healthy, stuff like that. Two, both at 50% health, and it becomes more of a war of attrition and survival. So, we're going to go ahead and break it down. Strength, it might be a little bit Wick. He uses his body more, but I'm gonna let No Luck explain why strength doesn't necessarily matter as much in this matchup.
Yeah, this isn't gonna come down to like a raw fist fight UFC style type of deal. This is these two generally just prefer to use weapons, whatever they have their hands on. Strength doesn't help a whole lot when you have, let's say, like a pistol, a sniper. You can maybe argue if you have like a really heavy sword or a heavy axe, but that's like ultra specific, and they're really not going to get into that kind of engagement. It's going to come down to like more tact, who's smarter, who can innovate more. To be perfectly honest, I mean, like Jason Bourne doesn't need a lot of strength to like throw soap at fucking John Wick to distract him or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
speed wise, moving on, I agree with strength. It's not as much. Both are too tough to get one shot.
yeah,
So it's like strength. It more comes to the other thing. So we'll move on from that. Speed. I haven't heard anyone say Wick's faster than Bourne, and I hope I don't.
for good
Um,
reason.
yeah, the only thing Wick has is he had a disappearing hack that he did once or twice. But that wasn't even introduced until movie 3, so he wasn't doing that in character for a while. But Bourne's character specifically is written to be a blur. He's supposed to react fast, attack fast, and it's even filmed fast with a lot of cuts, different angles to make you feel like you're lost in the chaos of Bourne blitzing the shit out of everybody. Um, yeah, like speed, like Wick's quick, right? Wick's definitely quicker than most action stars. And this isn't, me and Nolak had a discussion before this. This isn't even to rag on either contestant. In some
Yeah.
areas, the other contestant is just that good. It's not.
Yeah, like Wick could probably be a good matchup for like some of the Bonds. I think you were saying, but and I think that's pretty accurate. But Bourne, that's a different problem.
Yeah, durability, will give it to Wick. Wick's known for his durability. I would just like to amend that with, do you favor the dude that takes hits all the time and proves he can take a hit, or the dude that's taken hits some, shown he can take it, but he doesn't get hit a lot because he hits you first? Which one do you
Yeah,
favor? That's all I got to say for that. Intelligence, I'm betting on Bourne every time. Um,
100%.
Born without any memories, was boloing government agencies and entire country networks of agencies. I'll let No Luck just kind of speak on the ridiculousness of his intelligence throughout his series.
Well, I don't know if there's anything I'm going to be able to say that the CIA and other government agencies couldn't say. At one point, they said, we don't have a protocol to deal with this problem. We don't have a protocol to deal with this one man who doesn't even know who he is. No backup, no funds. Like, what the, how do you not know what to do with one man? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here. But like, this dude is ultra smart. Um, let's go over that this one really cool scene. There's a sniper. I think it was a sniper, and he's supposedly somewhat relative to Bourne. And at one point, He's like, I totally got him. If he comes through this area, I'm gonna hear him. I'm gonna see him. And to fuck up his audio trap or whatever, basically Bourne fires off a shotgun to like get all the birds in the area to start squawking and making noise so he can pull up on this guy. And this dude did not think of this. He was in awe. He's like, "What? What?" And Bourne obviously, did not get murdered. So he can outsmart people that are supposedly relative to him, people that are handpicked to basically outmaneuver him. It's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and in a lot of scenarios, and we got to be fair to both. A lot of times both are at a disadvantage. Um, but one of them turns it around in a grand scale way faster than the other, and that's Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne had the top agencies, like, so CIA, top field agents, everything, the highest tier. In real life, they typically have a background of either Spec Ops, Ranger, Delta, SEAL, stuff like that. Treadstone in the Bourne verse is supposed to be a step above that. And Bourne not only destroyed Treadstone, he destroyed Blackbriar after, which was supposed to be that, but a little more extreme. So what more does Bourne have to do to show his intelligence is ridiculous? At one point, he let an idiot to survive against four highly trained field agents on the phone. The dude dies because at the end he ignores Bourne's instruction, dies immediately. But while Bourne is giving him instruction, he's going around taking out the agents. That's crazy.
Yeah, like imagine you're taking a final and you're just somebody's fucking messing with you the entire time, or somebody's like bullying you on the side, and you still pass the final and just knock out the bully, or like give him a mental breakdown while you pass this final with like 100%. Like that's pretty much Bourne here.
When we look at skill, both are insanely skilled. I definitely think Bourne's better at stealth, evasion, all that. Wick's probably better. And like, so if a fight breaks down and just becomes like a brawl or chaos, Wick's just shown consistently that's his area. And his stamina is really good. He's shown it like in movie 3 especially. He showed he has a second wind all the time. So
This dude's got like a sixth wind.
yeah, so like skill wise, like in fighting, he knows how to play his angles. He knows how to press you. He knows where to hit you. I think they're both relative in skill.
Yeah. Although I will say that Bourne is very, I would say he gets a slight edge in like taking advantage of situations like that staircase scene we were discussing, where he's like falling at about, I mean, at that, if you science it out, it's probably somewhere between 50 and 60 miles per hour. And he can dome somebody who's standing on the stairs as he's falling. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's like one of the worst opportunities you could have to shoot somebody, and he capitalizes. Like, I can't imagine John Wick doing that.
Yeah, and then the final one, which is Hack's abilities and gear, I gave it to Wick. Wick's more known for having better gear. Wick's better known for having gear he's comfortable with. Bourne kind of, like, if you sit down and ask yourself what's Bourne's typical gear, it's like whatever he has access to.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, it's not really anything in specific, so.
And he's super proficient with like everything he puts his hands on. Like, I don't think we ever see anything he touches that he can't use as like a really, really effective weapon. You could say something similar about Wick, but Jason Bourne used soap against like one of the most deadly assassins in the world.
Yeah, and he was like throwing stuff from the shower that's just in there, so casual stuff and like creating distance with that. Bourne was the first one to be the unorthodox creative fighter. Wick came after. I feel like a lot of people forget that about Bourne. But Bourne was always a monster when it came to improvisation. We're not saying he's better than Wick. We're saying he doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the way we see this matchup, round one going, both at 100%, both trying to get each other, we favor Bourne. Bourne's faster, Bourne's smarter. So why that matters to those that aren't as familiar with more street tier realistic fighting, in the close distance, speed kills. Bourne's faster, is going to hit him more, and is going to take him down. In the long range, he's smarter. So he's going to use that distance more efficiently and more likely to succeed. So he's just a bad matchup for no, look, you want to go ahead and give your 2 cents on why it's not about Wick being bad. It's about Bourne being better.
This is really I'm not gonna please everyone with this one, but yeah. So Wick's a god. Don't get me wrong. Like I think we both agree that we were kind of team Wick coming into this, but when you actually look at what Bourne can do, like, dude, it's not fair. Like he just like the people who wrote his stories didn't write them to make him like comparable to someone like John Wick or James Bond or any of the other like action stars. They wrote him to just be ridiculous. Like he pulls off things that are literally impossible. Like I
The four I want to break down. So when he fell 4+ stories and he had a body below him, not only did they do this, but a few stories down from where he took off, he hit someone in the head. He sniped, like just popped them immediately. Accurate shot while falling. The momentum he would have had at that point is crazy. Not only did he hit the guy, he crit shot him. It's impossible. Like that's just not a shot. That's not even a shot you can practice. That's not you can't train that. That's not a trainable shot.
Presumably he's never practiced anything like that. So his first attempt fucking nails it perfectly, like as perfect as you can get it. And then like yeah, that thing you're talking about, the velocity at which he's falling, it when he hits the ground, imagine getting hit by a car basically at 60 miles per hour, although you're hitting the ground, right? It's not a car that's like, mostly fiberglass or polyurethane or whatever, or a windshield that's pretty forgiving. You're hitting a ground, like a dead stop. That's worse than getting hit by a car.
And it was concrete. It was either concrete or marble. It was one of those two. Hard surfaces.
Yeah. Yeah, so the impact with something huge and concrete or marble at 60 miles an hour is probably, I'd say, at least twice as bad as getting hit by a car.
All right, here's my little boy logic when I first saw that feat, right? When I was a kid, when I saw it, I was like, oh, he landed on someone. That, like, helps cushion it. At a certain point, it doesn't matter. It's too far and too fast. It doesn't matter what surface you hit. You can hit water. You'll still break your legs. You'll still break whatever you land with. Bourne not only landed it after hitting the critical shot, he rolls off and like a few moments later goes around and then kills another field agent.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so to answer the question, I think round 1 heavily favors Bourne. I think round 2, where they're at half health, attrition, survival, I think it definitely helps Wick. I don't think it helps him enough to give him a major advantage to take the majority.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 6-4, like a 7-3 in Bourne's favor for 50. Like if they start at half health,
Yeah.
But like it favors Bourne.
Yeah, because Bourne can create distance. He's faster, and he's shown first aid proficiency, stuff like that. Both have. So I don't know. It's just Bourne's too damn fast, man. For everybody watching, trying to decide the debate, I hope you understand how fast Jason Bourne is, and that's what it comes down to. And with their fighting styles and what they're trying to achieve, speed's the biggest factor, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a big one. Obviously, like if he's faster, imagine like an old Western Tombstone type of shootout. Both the cowboys draw, like really just whoever's faster. Like if they both have guns on them, this is pretty much a Bourne this is a Bourne bash on fucking Wick over here, dude. It would not go well.
Yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. If you're a huge Wick fan and you're very upset, let us know in the comments, but try not to get too upset, because if it's too ridiculous, I'm just not going to respond. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. We're almost at 50 members. You can ask No Luck member server is lit. Thank you all for that shown support. Thank you to Don for sponsoring this.
Thank you, Don.
Yep. Anyways, guys, it's been Villain and No Luck. Check out his channel. And
Hello.
Yep. We'll see y'all later. Peace.